Hi guys, welcome to E Central exclusive right here on New Central TV. Today with me, I have an exceptional lady. I mean, her voice has been a powerful tool in the lives of many, from performing in church to performing in big stages, and not just that, winning so many awards, both international and local. I have the queen of vocals right here with me. Join me in welcoming the one and only Waje.
Well, thank God we upgraded for 1 naira. Hallelujah.
I know, right? But I cannot have the queen of vocal right here. You don't just give us something. So please, just give me something.
Okay, I'll just take a cue from what she sang.
Okay.
Whether no 1 naira, whether no 1 million, baby, you got me. Oh.
That was my voice, guys. But anyway, welcome. It feels so good to have you here.
Thank you.
And you know, Waje, for you, I know that, you started in the church. And not just you, for a lot of artists, you interview them and they say, oh, it started in the church, What is that one thing about the church and, musicians?
I think for most of us, especially because of where we are in Nigeria, at the time when I was growing up, and I don't know I speak for myself, but I can say 70% probably applies to a lot more than just myself. We didn't really have like music schools or places where parents can identify the talents that they have in their kids and say, okay, we're going to take you to Juilliard or we are going to take you to Berkeley, or, so we didn't have that. What we had was, oh, your daughter can sing. How? Oh, she's in the choir. She's in the, So my mom at the time used to take me for a camp meeting, come back from camp meetings on Easter Monday. So kids, from different parts of Nigeria will meet at a place for a week, Bible study, but there's always music and dance. And those were parts of the groups that I usually like to join. So I guess it's the same thing for most
people. Well, you, Waje, that little girl at that time singing in church, did you ever envision that you were going to get to the point you got to in music?
I knew that I had something that was different. Okay. I definitely, because I guess because I was young, I didn't understand it. Every time that I sang, there was some sort of the acceptance of it, the way people looked at me. I was popular in school, not because I was the prettiest or I dressed the best, even though I was really one of the neat ones. But it wasn't anything about that. Even I went on scholarship. I was on scholarship in secondary school, not because of my book, because I was intelligent or anything like that, even though I was. But also because I could sing. So I guess I understood that music will always open doors for me, and it will keep opening doors.
Your actions speak. This is just a test. Soon it will be complete. Cause if you follow what's in them talk, go make them at all.
You started your career in 2007.
Officially,
officially 2007. And since you started, you have been unstoppable.
Amen.
What has been the most memorable part for you in your whole journey as a musician?
I think every stage of it has been memorable because when I started at the time, I was living in Enugu. And for me, Enugu was my sphere, and I didn't see anything outside that until I started mixing and meeting other people. I came for a talent show here, and that's when I realized, there's bigger fish here to fry, so why don't you move down here? And I moved here, and then it wasn't about getting the stage anymore, but even on that stage, there are different boundaries that you want to be able to cross and all of that. So every single part of that journey is what is memorable for me. The first time I got an award will probably be the most memorable, as someone would say. But then when you win that award, there's something next, and there's something next, and it just keeps growing. The whole journey for me is a package deal.
Yeah. And then talking about sacrifices, of course, you cannot get to any point if you do not make a few sacrifices. What has been the most sacrifice you have made? I know that, your plans to go really high is still there, but you've gotten to a point that, we can say that, Waje has done extremely well for yourself.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the sacrifices that you had to make?
The biggest sacrifice I have made, or I made, and I would say I made in my journey was not really being with my daughter at that early stage, because my mom had to take her because I needed to go back to school. So my mom's older sister had her for a bit, and then my mom took her. So my daughter started living with me when she turned 13. And at that time, that's when I really got to be the mom, you know, and you want a kid that, you know, from their first birthday to the first time they speak to, you know, of course I experienced those things, but not really as her mother, because I was so headstrong on, you know, making sure that I created the sort of foundation that I can take care of her and my family, you know, moving forward. So I guess that's one of the biggest sacrifices I've made.
But if you had to do it again, would you choose?
I go do it again. That the two of them now choose.
All right. Well, did it affect her in any way? Looking back, and she's really a beautiful woman now. Did it affect her in any way?
Let's not try and be eloquent and leave the truth out of things. A child is a child, and a balanced foundation is always great for a child. So many times there are certain things that you deprive them of, not because you want to, but because you have to, but it would definitely have its effect. What's important is the conversations that you guys have and how you adjust and teach them to adjust, so that as they grow older, they make better decisions for themselves. So
and I must commend you for that. You're an amazing mother, I must say. And her daughter is super beautiful. Like, she's so beautiful. We hear stories about the fact that, you know, women have to try extra, you know, if, you know, let me say men are putting 5, they have to try 10 times to get a spot for themselves. But do you think over the years, women have been able to carve that niche for themselves and have a voice for themselves?
Absolutely. When I started, you never heard of women closing shows. As a matter of fact, you probably go to 10 shows before you find a woman in one. And probably not even more than one woman, you know. But now you hear, you know, Yemi is touring, Tiwa she has her own gig. I had my concert in 2019. Omaomi is doing great. Simi is amazing. You see, so you find women in media who are, you know, basically creating their own table, not just sitting at the table. Because that's the conversation. Everybody say, yeah, you have to sit at the table. How about you create your own table, sweetheart? So I see a lot of girls, a lot of women, and not just in the media space as well, in different industries.
But as a woman in media, how would you say you have impacted to this?
To be honest, I probably will not be able to give you like, oh, 1, I did this, 1, 2, I did this. But in just the fight of making sure that even at times that I failed or at times that doors were shut, I didn't necessarily call it a gender thing, but just fought and moved and persevered. Will make another young woman see me and say, Waje did it, so why can't I do it? At the time I started, R&B wasn't a thing that a lot of Nigerians were doing. Talk less of women. People will tell you, oh, what are you doing? Nobody goes buy your song, you're singing blues, you know, or stuff like that, you know, but I still kept at it. And guess what? This is really my major job. Of course, we have other things that we diversify into, but this is what has brought the chunk of my money. You know what I mean? So I guess that my life being that testimony teaches other women that, oh yes, this is, you know, you can do this. And then guess what? When 4 people create that open door, 5 more people, 10 more people, women are killing it. Tiwa just doing what she's done has taught a lot of young girls that you can go and be big internationally and not just a bathroom singer.
Of course, you can be whatever. And also, we've seen the music industry evolve from how it used to be before to how it is now. You know, if there was anything you could change about the current status of Nigerian music industry, what would it be?
It will be documenting our stories, not just telling it, because we're telling it with the music, but documenting our stories, because the generation keeps changing. And the generations after generations need to know where they're coming from, need to know the stories behind. A lot of people say, when you hear, fella, it's like, but you don't, when you sit down, do you understand the impact that he brought to the industry? The Onyeka Onwenu, you know, at the time when female musicians were not as celebrated as they are celebrated now. Do you understand the impact that she and Evie Edna, you understand, Yvonne Chaka and all these women brought to the African music scene? So are we documenting those stories? Am I documenting my story so that 2 generations from me can appreciate what I've done? Those are the things that I think, you know, we should pay attention to.
Talking about the lyrics about some of the songs that we listen to, do you think these lyrics would be able to last for a decade? This is just, you know, accident.
Let's be honest. When I was a kid, there was let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Even though I heard that song was teaching sex education. I don't know, I now learned the lyrics. But at the time, if you were listening to it and your mom came into the room, she would drag your head down. I'm like, what are you talking about? You understand? So there are always serious lyrics and there are always playful lyrics. The thing about music is it drives an emotion. It's a language, and there are people who don't want to be too serious about life, and they have every right to listen to music and enjoy the sound and the lyrics that come from it.
Take my mind, yeah. So many things where I won't get up. You should let me know if it be alright. Cause it's you that I love and I am being honest.
Really?
My body walk.
Okay.
What has the secret been for you to be able to still keep, your credibility and people still love you? What has it been?
Sweetheart, I'm still asking myself that question. Because trust me, if I knew, I would have written a book by now. I'm legit telling
So we're
you.
talking for a young girl that's out there that wants to go into music.
You just have to trust the process. Because it's not sweet, too.
Yeah.
There are days you don't feel like it. There are days I don't want to be Waje. I just want to be... I have an interior company called Feng Shui, Experts. And I have a media company called Jimenez Media. I just want to be CEO. And sign check and pay people. And tell people, go and bring work. Do you understand? So, but you just have to love the job enough to... And when you love it, you will not be able to... Your spirit won't allow you, So sometimes people go out of the scene for 4 years, 5 years. It's okay. No pressure, Because who says it? Naira might just... From the blues, you understand? And people will not know that she's been working, And I think that that's the pressure that society puts on us entertainers. Like you are equal to your last hit. But they don't understand that there's also an incubation process. Every project has an incubation process because you just want to keep going there. You don't want to go here and come down, Enjoy the process of it. If there's a downtime, take it all in and learn what you need to learn.
As Nigerians are drawing closer to elections in 2023, quickly, I just want to get your take on it.
For change to be as important as we say it is, or we want it to be, we have to be involved. Do you understand? So that's my take. And I think that with the NSAS and everything that happened last year, a lot more people are paying attention. And I think that that's where we should be at, holding people accountable. And my focus is in getting people to vote. I won't tell you who to vote for, but I'll tell you to participate because it's your civil rights. You understand?
So you just, featured in Basket Mouth's album, and we loved your track.
Thanks.
So tell us what's next.
I have an EP coming out this month.
So please tell us.
I can't tell you everything because that's the elements of surprises.
So how many songs?
6 songs.
Any features?
For the EP, no features.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are other projects coming out that you will get to hear features.
But are you doing anything different in this EP? Are you going to rap or
just
something?
wait now, this girl, why you?
Okay. Thank you so much, Waje. It's been amazing talking to you. You need to look forward to polyphone says? Oh, yeah. So you need to look forward to that EP, and I'm sure she'll be here again for us to, premiere the EP. Thanks so much for watching East Central Exclusive. My name is Riyah Abdul, and I'll see you guys some other time.